Steve Robbins here. Welcome to the Get It Done Guys, quick and dirty tips to work less and do more. Today, we're going to be conspiracy theorists. Shh, don't tell anyone, but the National Security Agency has been collecting cell phone data on millions of Americans without having warrants. When I first heard this, I thought, I have nothing to hide, so why should I care about online privacy? And then I realized that my idea of nothing to hide and someone else's idea of nothing to hide may be very different. Oreo ice cream cake? Nothing to be ashamed of. But when somebody broadcasts a picture of my Oreo ice cream cake on a blog into Knockexstan, I could find myself onto Knockexstan News as public enemy number one if they have outlawed Oreo ice cream cake. I'm not joking, by the way. Something similar actually happened. I would give details, but the two Knockexstanians would go after me next. But privacy isn't just about breaking the law. Privacy is a basic part of being human. I change my clothes in private because I don't want people to see and become traumatized with jealousy at my manly man body. Also, I'm horribly shy and I have body issues. My therapist and I are working on it. I also want my medical records private, and discussions with my doctor, and accountant, and lawyer, and therapist. I know women who have had job offers withdrawn when they revealed they were pregnant. I know people who have been turned down for jobs because of medical conditions that made the employer nervous. Some data just shouldn't be made public. Honestly, it's just no one else's business. And besides, without privacy, I'll start worrying more and more about what I say, even in social situations. Having no privacy has a chilling effect on free speech. Privacy is important stuff. So, let's find out what to do about it. Protection from the government is futile. The government is like a magical octopus that can squeeze anywhere. If they want to monitor you, they can, and there's nothing you can do about it, technically. But you can encrypt your communication so that the teenager down the block who has a surveillance kit that she built out of an old hairdryer and a piece of aluminum foil can't eavesdrop on you. Also, check out the episode How to Maintain Your Privacy on the Web. There's a link in this episode's transcript. Lesson number 1 is to encrypt your wireless network. My colleague, the Tech Talker, has more on that in his episode on how to encrypt your files. Even then, always connect to sensitive websites using SSL, Secure Sockets Layer. You know you're using SSL when your browser is looking at a URL that starts with HTTPS, S is for secure, instead of HTTP. This makes sure that even if a nefarious teenager is monitoring which sites you're communicating with, they can't see the data you're actually sending. Store your documents encrypted. For those pesky times when your home gets ransacked and your hard drive is stolen, you don't want your hard drive to be an open book. Encrypt that puppy. If you have Windows 7 or later, you can use the built-in BitLocker to encrypt your hard drive. If you have Mac OS X, you can use FileVault 2 to encrypt your hard drive. When you encrypt your hard drive, you're the only one who can access it. But beware. A single disk error in the wrong part of your disk could make the entire drive unusable and non-recoverable. It's encrypted. So, make sure to back up regularly. There is a link in this episode's transcript to an episode on how to do that. And of course, make sure the backups are also encrypted. If you back up to the cloud, choose a backup service that encrypts files before sending them to the cloud. You don't want that teenager to be able to watch everything as it goes up on your backup. On the Mac, I use ARQ, that's ARQ, from Haystack Software. It is a bit tricky to set up, but you need to get an Amazon S3 account, and you can then just pretty much back up everything. It's worth the effort. Don't tag yourself in photos. Oh, I know you want to. Once, Facebook had an option, don't let people tag me in photos. Then they changed it to don't publish photos I'm tagged in. Why the change? Well, I can only think of one explanation. I don't know if it's true, but since we are in conspiracy theory mode, I'm sure that what they're doing is letting you and your friends build a facial recognition database of each other. Facebook will own all of the recognition data. You can keep your tags from showing up, but the facial recognition data itself is going straight into a deep, sinister data center somewhere. Also, check out the episode, Do You Have Bad Facebook Manners? There's a link in this episode's transcript. So why else would Mark Zuckerberg's sister Randy be furious when a picture she shared on Facebook was publicly viewable? She knows it's going to be used for evil. Poor, poor billionaire Randy. Fortunately, she can afford the plastic surgery to have her face altered to look like Jennifer Aniston so that no one can use Facebook's facial recognition database to find her in a crowd. And use Scruples for group collaboration. Social media in general has been horrible for privacy. Most people have enough information in their public Facebook profile to have their identity stolen. And also, people share much, much more and don't even know who can see it. The current crop of social media tools try to force you to share as much as possible, as widely as possible, because that's how they make their money. They sell data about you and your sharing habits. My friend Mark Weinstein was appalled by the situation, so he founded Scruples. That's Scrouples, Scruples.com. And Scruples makes privacy its number one value while providing collaboration and social media tools. Unlike Facebook, Scruples assumes you want maximum privacy, and then it lets you share files, message boards, photos, and online spaces where only your family, your church group, your club, your fraternity, your sorority, your group house, or your polyamorous family unit can see the stuff you share. Full disclosure, I am an investor in Scruples because I believe so deeply in its mission, so color me biased. And one final note, privacy isn't just a concern with real computers. As my friend Ed pointed out, if the NSA is really tapping into Microsoft and other big tech companies all the time, well, it seems like the new Xbox gives them a 24/7 internet-connected camera that can register your gestures and your eye movements in your living room. I'd think twice before installing that. Not only does everyone have the right to dance around their living room in their underwear privately, but everyone else has the right not to have to watch. Very few of us look as good in tidy-whities as Tom Cruise did in Risky Business. This is Steve Robbins. I coach people who want to change the world, whether they're part of a large organization or just getting started. I help them increase the scope of their vision and link it to the action needed to get things done. If you want to know more, visit steverrobbins.com. That's SteverRobbins.com. Work less, do more, and have a great life.